Hello and welcome again to this channel, The Entrepreneur. This is where we gather as entrepreneurs to sharpen ourselves as we discuss the entrepreneurial journey we are on together. Please, I'd like you to keep making your comments very useful to us. Let us know what you think. Let us know your view of all the things that we are talking about here. You are most welcome to this channel. Today we'll be focusing on the second step to becoming a successful entrepreneur. Remember, we had started this journey, we went through a summary of the 7 steps that one requires to take to become a successful entrepreneur. We have gone through the details of the first. We'll be talking about the second step today, which is purpose and passion. Purpose and passion. These are very necessary in the journey of becoming a successful entrepreneur because you need passion to be able to begin a journey of a venture excitedly. But passion is not enough. You need purpose to sustain that journey. Both passion and purpose answers the question of why. Why am I venturing on this journey? Why do I want to carry out an entrepreneurial process in this venture? That answers the question of why. Both purpose and passion answers the question of why. But purpose will sustain the journey that is started excitedly with passion. Passion says, I like doing this, I enjoy doing this, but purpose sustains that passionate idea that we started with. A point comes in the lives of an entrepreneur when money, ideas are there, but the entrepreneur is faced with the question of why? Why am I doing this? Once the entrepreneur is not able to answer that question confidently and solidly, most times you find entrepreneurs just abandoning beautiful ideas, abandoning resources that are at their disposal to carry on with certain ventures. I tell you a story. I once worked with a young lady who was passionate about fashion design. She would always spot beautiful designs done by companies, and she had ideas, beautiful ideas of fashions, designs to do for people and all of that. And that led her into fashion design. And she started excitedly because she was passionate about the idea of fashion. She could come up with designs, make beautiful garments and all. But the point came as she began to have customers, as she began to had to meet with deadlines, had to manage personnel, how to manage resources. She couldn't cope because the whole idea was started on the background or the backdrop of passion, and purpose was not in the picture. So passion began the idea, there was excitement, there was energy, but the issue of purpose was not clearly defined, and that became a stumbling block for her in her entrepreneurial journey. So there is need for every entrepreneur to answer confidently the question of what problem am I solving? That defines your purpose. That defines your purpose. What problem am I solving? What impact am I making? There is need to identify what problem you are solving, because that helps you to focus. And that is to say that purpose gives you vision, and vision gives you clarity. Vision helps you stay focused. Vision helps you and gives you direction that will sustain your journey regardless of whatever challenges that come along the way. Because I can assure you, in bringing a problem, in bringing a solution to problems, you will definitely encounter challenges that, if purpose is not clearly defined, you may find yourself giving up and deciding to focus on something else. And that is why you find Some people begin a venture today, tomorrow they abandon it and they start something else. They abandon it and they start something else. That's why we continue to encourage you that to be successful on this journey of entrepreneurship, the, the internal process must be settled. That is why we said from the beginning that entrepreneurship starts within before it manifests outside. So as we go through these steps, just follow us and we'll get to the stage of execution really soon, where we'll begin to discuss ideas that we can venture into as entrepreneurs and see how much profit and liberty and freedom we will enjoy as entrepreneurs. So at this point, it's critical to note that every one of us is in this life. We are actually created in this world to solve a specific problem for humanity. So purpose is actually discovered because it was there and you were created, I was created to come fit into a mold prepared for me and to solve a problem. So purpose cannot just be randomly stumbled over. So we need to carefully take certain steps reflectively and take specific steps to be able to uncover what our purpose is, and then be able and determine to follow diligently and carefully to ensure that we are successful at entrepreneurship. So we need to take these steps to try to uncover what our purpose is. So reflectively sit back and try to determine what problems bother you in this life, in your environment. What problems around you worry you? What do you feel bothered about? What issues around you are unconsciously a concern to you? Sit back and try to become conscious of this thing. Sometimes we'll worry about things, we are concerned about things, but we don't really take the time to find out, to know that this unconsciously bothers me, this unconsciously worries me. You need to sit down with yourself and find out what problems around you do you feel worried about, what issues around you bother you. You need to note these things. Just take note of these issues first and foremost. So as you take note of these issues, what are the things that you feel strongly about? The next thing to uncover is, what are my strengths? What strengths come to me naturally? What are my skills? What do I know? By strength, we are trying to know I am naturally a determined person. I am naturally or have developed the skill of being consistent at issues. I have vision, I have foresight. These are skills, these are strengths. Okay, let's separate them. These are strengths. So inventory yourself, take note of the strengths you have. You are adventurous. You are determined to solve problems. Some people, once they see a problem, they have a tendency to just walk away. But for you, once you see a problem, you want to see it solved. It's a strength. Take note of it. What skills do you have? What have you learned by experience, by having a formal education? Sometimes your environment gives you certain skills. Determine what skill sets you have that are at your disposal. They are with you already. What comes to you naturally, what some people struggle to do, to you it seems like it comes naturally. This is the second step. You need to consciously sit back and outline this about yourself. And the third step will be to try to identify what class of people, what category of people, what kind of people need this solution. This issue that you feel bothered about, that you would want to do something about, bringing a solution to that problem that bothers you. What are the people, the real people that will benefit from the solution you are willing to bring? What are the people that will benefit from the skill that you have inventoried that you have? This is very necessary because this gives you a direction, not that you are just worrying about something that there are no real people, that will not be of real value to real people. Entrepreneurship is about bringing real value to real people. It is as you bring real value to real people that you are rewarded in return, because nature rewards value. It is as you bring value that you are rewarded. So the third step in trying to uncover or discover your purpose is identifying the real people that need your strength, the real people that need the skills that you have. And that will lead you to knowing or identify the people that you connect with. You see a certain people in a particular problem, you are drawn to them. That means that there's a connection between you and them. That is a sign, it's a pointer to you that you have the capacity, the tendency that if you give energy, if you concentrate on this matter, you will be able to bring up a solution to these people, because you are drawn to those kind of people naturally. So as we get these steps, we have established that passion is an excitement, the energy to want to do something, while purpose is identifying the real problem and being willing to give it all it takes to bring a real solution for the real people. But like we said, both are very necessary, because you must be passionate about what you feel created for, what you feel is your purpose to do. It is the passion that gives you the initial energy to venture into that, and then the purpose, the vision, the direction you have now sustains you. But it's important to find that intersection point of passion and purpose, because it's as they intersect and they work together that purpose is fulfilled eventually. So it is in the process of passionately carrying out your purpose that you have discovered that value is created. And the more value you created for real people, these people reward you in return. So, like we talked about in the first step, when entrepreneurship is not internal and it is external, the reward when it comes becomes a problem. But because you are pursuing your purpose, the reward will eventually come, because you are going to offer real value to real people, real solution to real people, and the people will definitely reward back once there is value. So you know who you are delivering value to, the people accept that what you are giving is valuable, and in turn they will reward you for the value you are bringing to the table. And that is when your reward as an entrepreneur, which comes by way of financial freedom, payment, appreciation, and all what you can mention, you begin to enjoy that as an entrepreneur. So the concept of passion and purpose, very critical. But as we know the difference, we know that passion alone will not sustain our journey of entrepreneurship. So we need to take the time to uncover what our purpose is and start it passionately, and purpose, which gives us direction and vision, will sustain the journey to the very end. Please stay tuned, and I will see you at the end of this journey as we begin to execute our entrepreneurial journey. If you have not subscribed to this channel, I encourage you to subscribe and continue to share this content with others. Let's go on this journey together, because you are a solution to your world. I keep encouraging you, say this to yourself as often as you can. I am a solution to my world. I'm a solution to my family. I'm a solution to my country. I'm a solution to this world. You have the capacity to bring up solutions that will solve the problems of this world, the problems of your community, the problems of your country. You are not an ordinary person. You are not too small to solve the problems of this country. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Once again, subscribe, like and share this content as we go on this journey together.